The Champions League is back in all its glory. Man United got revenge against that side from Turkey that surprised them. Much,
Disrespectful.
much to Lane's disappointment because it means that Ole still remains at the wheel. Chelsea continue to go about them business, dispatching rent, and Mendy, he didn't get the clean sheet, but it was a solid game for him and his teammates. Unfortunately, Asif has no say in this matter because he plays Thursday football, but we'll make him chime in from time to time.
But him have to raise him, huh?
Him have to chime. You know that?
Yeah. Him have to raise him, right?
Yeah, Lane, I'll throw to you first. Bruno
Fernandes. Raise your hands.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Fernandes. Because that strike from outside the 18 was
Fantastic,
beautiful.
yeah.
Beautiful. And you saw when he came off the difference it made to the team. Bruno dependent?
Yeah, I mean, we sound a little bit like Kevin now, but except it's not good news. It's kind of repetitive, We're too dependent on Bruno. I say it every time. We probably, I think in the last 3 matches, we probably have about 8 goals and Bruno have 5 goals and 1 assist. 75%, It's crazy, right? And, we said it earlier, concentration risk, key man risk, and it continues. Now, I'm happy that we won, right? Let me just get that out there, because obviously I want to get through to the next round of the Champions League, despite Ole Gunnar Solskjaer there, right? The club need to do the right thing, and we shouldn't be waiting until we lose. Now we need to look at this thing on a bigger picture. And I was cursing about this all yesterday. And Danny was there saying that I'm unreasonable. And I said, if you told me before, when we just started the group of that, look, you're going to have to play up to the 5th game or the 6th game to go through to the Champions League, but you'll go through to the second round. I'd have taken it right away, right? And we still can't go through now. But when you beat PSG and you beat RB Leipzig, the next 2 matches.
And in the fashion that you beat both teams.
In the fashion that you win the matches, right? I should be sitting here today like Kevin, who has gone through already, like a Man City fan who would have gone through already, like a lot of our rivals that would have gone through. I think just Liverpool is there, saying that, all right, now we can focus on the league and probably try to finish top of the zone. Now that's a problem. If we would have won the 2 matches, we would have finished top of the zone, right? And be looking forward to playing the second round. Now, we have a tough match coming up on the weekend. We have to prepare for that and prepare for it with PSG in mind. And after playing PSG, you have to play a solid side, look at the match after that. So we can't, because of, his deficiencies with the first match, we can't focus as much as we need to on the Premier League to get the points where we're behind. So things like these, so that, I have a problem with the manager. And I always go back to it, and Danny and Kevin chastise me. But say what you will about Jose Mourinho, right? We'd be sitting on 12 points now. If Jose won the first 2 matches, there's no way, right? We don't have 12 points now. The defensive discipline, or 10, at least 10. The defensive discipline that we lacked in that match that we lost 2-1, right? You would never see that on our Jose Mourinho side, right? And those goals that we conceded, you'd never see it. So that's the problem I have today. Now to jump to the match after that rant, right? I mean, it's a side that is supposed to beat 4-1, or 4-0, really, but, they got one. Dan James scored a goal. Dan James has more goals in the Champions League than Nicola Pepe, right, this season. Is that right?
That's unfair, though.
Is that right?
Has Nicola Pepe ever played a Champions League match?
So Dan James has more Champions League appearances than Nicola Pepe. Well, thank you, Kevin. Thank you for the clarity. All right.
To be fair to Pepe, Dan James has more appearances in the Champions League than Arsenal for about 3 years.
Woo!
I don't want to go there.
Welcome to FFF.
Yo!
Welcome to FFF.
Wow! It's okay.
Oh.
Yo,
You know, all I have to say is
Hold on, you raise your hand.
Yeah, I've raised that.
Hold on.
We're
We're not
acknowledging,
finished.
we're not ready.
Wow.
We're not ready. We're not ready. We have
okay,
Keep your hand up. Keep
okay.
your hand up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so I mean,
Keep your hand up so we don't forget. So we might overlook it. You know?
yeah, so we started aside that we should start against a team like that, right? In that we had Donny van der Beek on the field, or Bruno Fernandes in the 10. Now, I didn't get to watch much live, and I watched the match, recorded, and I definitely enjoyed what Donny van der Beek brings to the team. Now, I hear a lot of people saying Donny van der Beek didn't have a good match, and I disagree, right? And yes, he gave away the ball a few times, but you have to remember what Manchester United midfield is. It's Scott and Fred. They give away the ball all the time. So when you have a player that comes in and adds a lot more composure and one-touch football with good passes, and take the ball off of the back line, give them back, take it, hold it up well, knock it short, and actually play the ball forward one touch, which is what created the goal for Dan James at the end of the game. You have to appreciate a player like that. You're not getting that from, and he also gives you the defensive side. Not as much as Scott, but when you're playing, Istanbul, whatever, and some of the smaller teams that you'll face, you need to actually have a little more attacking impetus, right? Be on the front foot, and you can see what Donny brings to the team. So in that number 8 slot, I think is a very good position for him. I think Ole did a little bit of what Arteta did in terms of appeasing the fans. The fans have been asking, let's look at Cavani up front, let's look at Martial to the left, hasn't started the season blistering. Let's look at Rashford on the right, a winger. Let's look at Donny and Bruno together. And, for the time that Bruno was on the field, it worked very well. I wouldn't say that everything fell apart when Bruno came up. I think the manager made too many changes. I think he made a halftime substitution with Twanzebe fine, but then he brought on 3 players. And I think Brandon Williams, is very much off form. And at right back, he was very suspect and he gave away the ball a lot of times. And it kind of pulled the side back, right? And they were much more defensive. Mason Greenwood hasn't played much football recently. And he looked decent. I mean, he had an assist and, beat a couple players, but we still have to pull the side back a little bit to facilitate. And the Turkish side went out and they went a little more attacking and we saw the threats. But, we at the end of the day, we got what I think from an overall picture the team deserved. The only issue I have now is that we actually have to go and try to fight for a point or 3 points in the next 2 matches when right now we should be sitting comfortably.
Alright.
You can go ahead now.
Asif, you want to input?
I don't have the luxury of playing Champions League football, so.
Alright, to be fair, you and Danny going through the same thing, so
yeah.
I don't understand.
I'm hurt right now, so I just have to sit here and remain disappointed. But I hope there's this much chatter towards the end of the season. Because you're in Champions League and you're saying, oh, we in Champions League, you're not in Champions League. But let me see you lift the cup. You get what I'm saying? And I don't want to hear, when have you lifted the Champions League cup?
You know that's coming, right? You know that's coming.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Or make sure you lift it this year with all of your chatter.
But what tell about the raising of the voice, Father?
Let me ask you 2 questions, right?
Don't want to hear it.
When you ever win in a Euro,
Don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
can you win Champions League this year?
Or even next year. Or even next year. Let's push it a little bit. Push it up.
Can you win it in 2021?
Make sure you win the cup. That's all I have to say.
Alright, Kevin, you spoke about that magical number 10.
Yes. Yes.
You
Yes.
got to it. You and Sevilla are fighting to be the winners of the group.
So just like I predicted, right? So at the start of this thing we said, just like we predicted. At the start of this thing I said, all right, Sevilla is a tough match, right? And it's a match that we took a point and I think we were outplayed at the time. Things weren't going well for the team. And since then, we have gotten it right. I was not very impressed with the side that started on Tuesday. Now, it's a strong enough side that should have gotten the better of Rennes, but I felt like, at 9 points, and the same thing Lane complaining about, get the job done and rotate your squad. Get to that magic number and rotate the squad, right? We chopped and changed a little bit. And it was choppy for the first half. I think we were dominating the first half, but there's a certain thing that I see with the side sometimes, that when the tide changes, we're on the back foot and we faced a lot of pressure. I mean, no meaningful shots, but Rennes was coming at us over and over again, and it was the changes in the second half that changed the game. You know, we're bringing on the quality of Hakim Ziyech and so on, and we start to see the game become a bit stretched. Now, Lampard got the job done, right? 10 points, we're through. The next match now is going to be very important, because I think a point in the next match guarantees I win the group, because if it's a scoreless draw again, you know, but if it's a score draw, I think we're through, because we play Sevilla at home, right? Now, it is now important to win the group. Close out, win the group. It's our toughest match next. We're going to be playing away, right? Sevilla in unfamiliar territory. They're going to the second round of Champions League, not used to that, right? You know, probably not something they would have wanted. But I think I'm eager to see the approach that Lampard is going to take. We have a difficult match on the weekend, right? We have Tottenham. It is a grudge match for us. We don't like Spurs, and we equally don't have a lot of affection for Jose Mourinho, right? And that's an important match for Lampard. So it's important to see who he plays on Wednesday. Now, I think what benefits the side is that we have a lot of players coming back, you know, from injury, COVID-19. Kai Havertz is training, so he should be able for selection. But what was important, and I know these guys aren't readily familiar sometime in the past in terms of winning championship. It's a little bit fresher for me, right? Now, it is what you see in the bad matches that is very important. In a match where, you know, we were pegged back 84 minutes, right? Yeah. Pegged back. Why murder? See? So, you know, after being pegged back late in the game.
They said the best way to deal with ignorance is to ignore it.
Yeah.
Never forget that.
Why the money I talk over here? Why you acknowledging that? Let me finish.
No, you know what I want?
Let me finish. Hold on.
Look at you win two trophy recently. You feel good?
Zine, put up your hand.
Look at you win two trophy
You
recently.
celebrate Carling Cup one day. Carling Cup. Come in the shield. Come on, let me finish, right?
You win some last year?
Let me finish.
I thought winning was what is the aim of this football thing. It's just being in a top
It's a
four.
Champions
Because
League
I
video.
remember when you
That
used
Champions
to,
League video.
I used to remember when you guys used to say, yo, top four. Top four is a trophy now. So top four is a trophy for you.
Can you get the top four?
Now listen, I got a trophy.
Can you get the top four,
Trophy
sir?
is the aim of the
Trophies?
thing. I get trophies.
Trophies?
Yeah, I got trophies last
You
year.
count the shield?
Of course you have a count of shit.
Yeah.
When you win it, you count
Oh
it.
my God. No, we're not
When
count
you
it.
win it, you
We're not
count
count
it.
it. We're not count it.
When you win it, you count it.
We're not count it, man.
Okay, fine, but
Let
still,
me finish,
but still
let
win
me finish.
something. Did you win something?
No, me not win nothing last
Okay,
year.
thanks.
Yeah.
That's the aim of football. Winning a cup. Lane. Continue. You say something. You don't need to talk. Let's go.
Me not win FA Cup.
I'm not really ready.
We not,
You don't win nothing. You don't win nothing either.
Continue, fight.
why we have this money talking in Champions League video? Let me continue, no?
Next time we just put some cushion on
Yeah, and I feel it, you know? Throw a red cloth over there or something, right? But yeah, I think we have a very important 2 matches coming up. Looking at how the groups are panning up, some interesting matchups in the next round. So I think we need to win the zone, and it'll be important to see. We have the squad. It's important to see how Lampard approaches the match on Sunday. It's a telltale match for us, and then we need to go to Sevilla on Wednesday and take those 3 points, or a score draw, which I think we want to win, right? Because I looked at Sevilla against Hudson-Odoi and they weren't impressive, and I think we should be able to set that 3 points here and probably come away with a clean sheet again, right? So get the business done into the second round of the Champions League. So when Wednesday or Tuesday come, I can turn on my TV and see my team, right?
Yeah. And not watch Champions League as a neutral.
As a neutral. Have a dog in the race. Yeah.
All right, well, folks, there you have it. Once again, we ask you to like, share, and subscribe to these videos. And always click the notification bell.
Win it, yeah?
When
Make sure you win.
so you
Make
know
sure you
when
win
we release our new videos. Thank you.
Man say I have a dog.
I said, I said she was still clean.
Make sure you win it. Make sure you win it.
Yo.